the underrated Mercedes engine nobody talks about. When it comes to straight sixes, everyone praises the 2JZ. BMW guys will swear the M50 is untouchable. But what if I told you Mercedes built something just as good, maybe even better, years earlier, and barely anyone talks about it? This is the Mercedes-Benz M104, a proper straight six, built when Mercedes still cared about engineering and build quality. It was developed in the early 90s, a time when engineers made the decisions, not marketing teams. Back when luxury was measured by how long something would last, not by how many screens it had. The M104 is based on the M103, an iron block, 12-valve straight six, running the infamous Cagetronic mechanical fuel injection. It wasn't known for power, and good luck finding someone today who can tune K-Jet properly. But here's a little secret. Even the old M103 can take boost. A lot of it. We'll come back to that. The M104 was a straight upgrade of the M103. Dual overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, electronic fuel injection. Later models even got variable valve timing on the intake cam. It revved cleanly to 7,000 RPM with more power and better efficiency across the whole range. It came in 3 versions, 2.8, 3.0, and the big one, 3.2 liters, all of them overbuilt with forged cranks, oil squirters, and real Mercedes engineering. There were also 2 AMG variants, the 3.4 and the 3.6 liter, but those are rare, expensive, and much harder to come by. Same bulletproof foundation, just factory massaged for more power. But even the regular M104s were built to last. The result? A perfectly balanced engine with smooth, relentless power delivery, meant to last for decades, and in many cases, it has. Here's where it gets fun. The tuning potential of these old Benz straight sixes is downright insane. Both the M103 and M104 can handle 600 horsepower on a basic turbo kit on stock internals. You want 1,000 horsepower? All you need are upgraded rods and head studs. Want 1,000 plus at 9,000 RPM? Just throw in cams and double valve springs. And the best part? It'll make that power all day, every day, reliably, for years. The guys over at Turbo Bandit have been building these engines in Sweden since the late 2000s. They've pushed M103s to over 500 horsepower on stock internals. And they've even managed to squeeze over 1,000 horsepower from the 3 and 3.2 liter M104s, beating on them hard with wild burnouts for years, reliably. Surprisingly, the W124 chassis handles that power incredibly well, proving once again just how overengineered and overbuilt these old Benzes really were. It's all just more proof of how underrated these engines and the cars they came in truly are. And they still sell bolt-on turbo kits today for both M103 and M104. Even back in the 90s, tuning legends like Lowtech were offering TÜV-approved 450 horsepower kits on the M104. That was supercar territory at the time, on a Mercedes sedan. Now, you can't talk about straight sixes without bringing up BMW. In the 90s, their answer was the M50. It's a little smaller, a little sharper, rev-happy, a driver's engine, no question. But while it's a great NA platform, the M50 simply doesn't handle 4-digit horsepower like the M104 or the 2JZ can. And the 2JZ, yeah, it's legendary, factory turbo, forged internals, reliable as hell. But here's the thing. Rumor has it the 2JZ is basically a copy of the M104. Identical design and engineering philosophy, similar bore and stroke, same inline-six logic through and through. There's a reason people call the M104 the German 2JZ. Back in the 80s and 90s, Toyota wanted to be what Mercedes already was. They often took inspiration, or just straight copied them. It's easy to see that in the early Lexus models. So why didn't the M104 become a legend like its rivals? Simple. Mercedes never marketed it to tuners. It mostly came in big sedans, not sleek coupes. Most of them were paired with automatic gearboxes, and Hollywood never gave it screen time. But that's the thing. This engine was never about attention. It was about integrity. It's not loud. It just works and keeps working for miles, for decades, for generations. Even today, if you want a reliable 1,000 horsepower build, the 2JZ seems like the only answer. but they're getting rare and stupid expensive. Meanwhile, Mercedes built millions of these old straight sixes. In most markets, they're still cheap, still easy to find. And now finally, the aftermarket is starting to catch up. If you're building something serious and you don't want to sell your kidney for a JZ swap, the M104 might be your secret weapon. It's the last of a dying breed, an engine built with soul, substance, and steel. So, what do you think? Is the M104 one of the most underrated straight sixes ever made? Or do you still think the 2JZ or M50 is untouchable? We'd love to read your stories and opinions in the comments below. Got a build? A dyno run? A sleeper swap? Share it down there. Let's give this engine the spotlight it earned. And for those of you who've subscribed, you're absolute legends. More insightful automotive content is coming soon. In the meantime, keep the spirit of driving alive.